Manchester United's share price dropped over 9% on Tuesday amid fears the Glazer family won't sell the club after all. Shares valued at $25.55 £21.08 on the New York Stock Exchange at the opening of Tuesday's trading had slumped to $24.27 £20.02 within 30 minutes. A slight rebound was followed by another fall to $24.10 £19.88, approaching 11 a.m. in New York before it tumbled below the $24.19.80 mark. The future ownership of the Old Trafford club, valued by the Glazers at £6 billion, has been the topic of intense debate in recent days as rival bids jostle for position following Friday's soft deadline set by the Rain Group. Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani, the chairman of one of Qatar's biggest banks, confirmed his 9-2 Foundation's intention to bid for the club. The value of Manchester United shares fell over 9% in early trading on the New York Stock Exchange on Tuesday morning. The slump came amid uncertainty over the ownership of the Old Trafford club, with concerns the current owners, the Glazer family, will remain in charge. With Fresh Investment United co-chairs Hole and Avram Glazer announced in November they were seeking strategic alternatives for the club they have owned since 2005. They were joined in the race by Ineos, owned by British billionaire Sir Jim Ratcliffe. News of the bids caused United's share price to leap significantly on Friday, but these gains have now been wiped off. It has been reported that the Glazers have been offered the financial backing to remain as United's owners by American hedge fund Elliott Management. This would mean current co-chairs Joel and Avram Glazer continuing their involvement in the club, despite strong opposition from United's fans. They enlisted U.S. bank Rain Group, who oversaw the sale of Chelsea last year, in November to seek strategic alternatives for United's ownership, which didn't rule out retaining a stake in the club. Both Ratcliffe and Sheikh Jassim have stated their intention to become majority or sole owners of United. It has been reported both bids received a warning from the Rain Group about making statements promising to return the glory years to United, which they viewed as implied criticism of the Glazers' reign. It came as United legend Gary Neville voiced his suspicions the Glazers, who bought United in a debt-leveraged takeover in 2005, might not be going anywhere following an increase in season ticket prices. Gary Neville claimed that fans fear the Glazers could still stay in charge at Man United. Gary Neville has questioned why the Glazers increased season ticket prices for next season. Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani, from Qatar, is one of those to have publicly declared his bid to buy the club. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, Britain's richest man, is another of those in the running to buy the club. United announced on Monday they would be raising prices for the first time in 11 years, by 5%, amid challenging increases in matchday costs. It left fans bemused given confidence, especially from the Qatari bid, that a takeover could be completed by the summer. The former defender turned pundit labeled the price hike as very odd and questioned why they would announce such a move if they were planning to sell up. United legend Neville tweeted, "The increase to ticket prices at United is very odd. Why would a seller that's leaving before the next season starts introduce something that has brought them more hate and they want benefit from? Any new buyer would most likely freeze the price in year one to stay on side with fans." It does beg the question whether they are really going. "I have my doubts with actions like this one." Earlier this week, Neville said news of Elliott's intervention to provide financing would concern fans because it would benefit Joel and Avram Glazer while allowing other members of the family to sell unwanted shares. I think what scares Man Utd fans most is the feeling this Man Utd ownership are running this process to drive a massive price up to try to somehow establish a level which means two of them can stay in and the rest of the family that want out can be bought out by an American fund who wouldn't mind owning a minority or significant share but not the entirety of the share, said Neville on his Sky Sports podcast. Manchester United supporters have long campaigned for the Glazers to leave the club. That's the biggest concern. The whole emphasis at this moment in time from Man Utd fans is this has to be the end of the Glazer ownership. They've run out of money, they've not invested in the stadium, the fans want a new stadium, whether that's Old Trafford refurbished or a new one rebuilt, we need new facilities. Man Utd Stadium is behind a lot of the big clubs in Europe. I still think there is a focus that this isn't one big charade that the Glazers are running to try to establish a value which would be for their brothers and sisters to exit and the couple that want to stay in to stay. There's a priority at this moment in time for them to go. Season ticket prices are being raised by 5% per match, which, depending on the price of a ticket, could see rises of £1 or £2 a ticket per game. United say they are covering more than 50% of the inflationary cost of the ticket. The modest increase in price for the 2023-24 season is necessary to allow the club to operate on a sustainable basis, a statement on the club's website read.